Hey everyone, it's Andrew. So this is going to be a quick 4-week review on the Bestand T1 Station laptop stand. I got this about a month ago when I was purchasing everything for my new M1 Macbook Pro. And in the process I got this ultra-wide Samsung CJ791 monitor. Previously I had a small kind of external monitor that I typically would set up with a side-by-side using my laptop with the monitor adjacent to it and keeping both open at the same time. But what I found over the past month is that with this ultra-wide monitor I don't need my laptop open. And so as you see over here I have a vertical laptop stand that I basically use all the time at this point. And so the B stand has essentially become obsolete. I'm really not using it. So I wanted to kind of go over a review of the features of this because I don't think it's a bad stand. I just find that for my setup currently, it's not really useful. And so I want to go over it before I essentially could potentially get rid of it. More to come about that if you continue watching. But so here's the stand close up. I'll just kind of zoom in on it. So it's one piece of metal, all right, and this is like the space gray kind of color. There's multiple different colors. This does match the M1 MacBook Pro really well, but that's pretty much all it is. It's very simple. There's an opening on the bottom. There's cable opening in the back, and then along the top you can put the laptop directly on it. The nice part is this is rubber, as you can tell. There's rubber inserts here, so these actually, if you push on them, will pop out, and then there's a hole there and they pop right back in. So they're not sticky pads, they do stay in there. And sorry, you just gotta press it back in. They do stay in there and they do hold the laptop really well. And then on the bottom portion here there is a lip that does have rubber as well. And so putting the laptop on this, it's very, very sturdy. It doesn't shift at all. It does work very well. I just find that with my setup, I don't need it open, so I find that I'm not using this. And then on the bottom, there's also a couple sticky pads as well. These are stuck to it, so it doesn't insert through, but it prevents it from sliding. And so if you look here, I'll pull off my laptop here, unplug it. But this is M1 MacBook Pro. You basically can just throw this directly on it. And it's a really good fit. Let's make sure the camera can see it. But that's a really good fit. The laptop doesn't slide at all. If I press on it, it doesn't really slide. It stands freely. And you can just open it up like this, and immediately you can type on it and work on it directly. So this is something that is a very good setup if you want to do a side-by-side layout. I just find that personally I don't need this because I have a 34-inch monitor at this point, so this doesn't really need, like, I don't need it as much as I used to. Previously when I worked side-by-side with a monitor here, I would do a split screen and I would drag using the mouse and everything all the time, and that's how I worked for years, but with ultra-wide I don't need it. So if you're in a market for this type of stand where you do need the opening and closing of your laptop and this kind of setup, I think this is a very good stand for that purpose because you can still use it. You can facilitate using this. I can also pull my USB drive off of this monitor and the port here and set up my laptop so I could use it directly here. So I can use both a mouse and a keyboard with this in the setup, so you could set it up that way. But you would also need, because the M1 MacBook Pro only has 2 ports, you would need some sort of hub station or a dock station in order to do that. So I personally find that I'm not using this at all. Instead, what I'm doing is, essentially I'll show you, is this is the Jarlink dual vertical stand. I essentially just plug this in directly in. This is a Thunderbolt cable and put it vertically there. And once you click the mouse and keyboard, it pulls up right immediately. And so now I have so much more space. So this B stand really has become obsolete in my setting. So That's really an overview of it. There's nothing wrong with the Bestand. I think it's a great laptop stand for the purpose of if you need that open version of it and if you use a side-by-side monitoring setup. But for me personally, I just don't need it at this point. And so kind of the secret of this video is, as part of this video, because I'm no longer using this, I will be giving this away to the first person that comments below and subscribes to this video. So if you watched and you've stayed in tune with this for long enough, I will be getting rid of this, and please comment below. I'll have to figure out how I can give this away. I've never done that before, but hopefully we figure that out and work it out. But I'm definitely going to give this away to anybody that watches this video and subscribes and comments below. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, comment below. Please like and subscribe and continue to watch my videos. I'll do a separate video on the Jarlink, but that's pretty straightforward. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it.